But you, anything that just happens, you rant, and then that friend of yours has the same brain cells as you. They add in more salt. So they did this, they did that. Oh my goodness. Yes, I understand why you feel that way. It is very bad. Listen, first of all, you need friends who, when you call to rant, they can hit you with reality. They will listen to you, okay? They will acknowledge your emotions, but they will also tell you, by the way, what if it's supposed to be this way?
Surprise, shawty!
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I don't know how I feel about this video. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of nervous because this is the one video that I've always wanted to do. It's the one video that everyone has asked for. So welcome to my journey. Welcome to inner work. Welcome to Fatma and her hijab story. Welcome to self-development. Welcome to Fatma. So today I'm going to explain myself. I'm going to explain how I got here. I'm going to explain my mindset, just everything Fatma. So if you've always just looked at me and you're like, wow, I don't know how she does it, or just anything about me that intrigued you, welcome to the video. So first of all, everyone always asks me, what is inner work? And to be honest, I think I did it without knowing it was inner work until later, and then I realized, oh, it's actually inner work. You know, what was the word for whatever I was doing? Whatever I was doing was inner work. So inner work is basically questioning your reality, okay? So my whole 21 years, inshallah, turning 22 in March, I've always been conditioned to this one way of life, okay? So let's say 3 years old, went to kindergarten, went to primary school, went to high school, after a few years, uni. So there's always have been this one way of life. Yes, madrasa, I did it at home. But I sat down one day and I'm like, who said the way that society created this specific way of life, that's how it's supposed to be? You know, like I was like, where did this come from? You know? So I was just questioning everything that I knew as right. You know the way? So when I grew up, let's say the right age to get married was 25. And with me, anytime I had someone who was married earlier than 25, I was like, why are they getting married young? But like, who said earlier than 25 was young? You know, like, who created this standard? So I started questioning literally everything that was considered as the right and the wrong. And that made me like, now go back to myself. And I'm like, okay. So according to me, what do I consider as a right friendship? Not what I was told by the society is a good friend. To me, who is a good friend, okay? I was always told wear the hijab. I didn't know why I need to wear the hijab, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not going systematically, but I didn't even write down like what I want to say today, because I know myself, if I script anything, I tried scripting a little bit, but if I script anything, it doesn't necessarily help, because as my friend says, I kind of have like ADHD tendencies, but I can't follow a script. I have to say what is actually in my mind, and I know I have a lot to say, so let me just speak to you guys. Anyway, I was talking about my hijab story. So you guys can tell that nowadays, alhamdulillah, mashallah, I cover up my whole body, and the only thing that is seen is my face and my palms. Like, I'm always fully covered. And to be honest, when I was in Kenya, that was not the story. And I was raised in Mombasa. Mombasa is literally like a Swahili cultural county. Like, it's a small town and everyone knows everyone. And it's like mostly filled with Muslims. So I felt like I needed to, so I myself rediscovered Islam in my way, where I went into the Quran, read the Quran, and so what does the Quran talk about the hijab? You know, so back in Kenya, you would wear your hijab, but your arms are open, you're wearing a sleeveless, you're wearing your dera untoka kwenda kununua mahamri, untoka ek. For in Kenya, as long as your hair is covered, sorry, back in Kenya, I'm sorry, the English. Anyway, back in Kenya, you would wear, as long as you've covered your hair, you're wearing the hijab. But the hijab is more than just covering up your hair. The hijab is how you speak in front of people. The hijab is how you carry yourself. The hijab is covering your whole, like, you know, sometimes you might also be wearing fully covered, but like it's so tight, all your boobs are out. Like, that's not the hijab. Is your like your shape is still being seen. So when I came back and I'm like, oh my God, like all what I've been told was the hijab all along was not the hijab. So I relearned about my religion, myself, and learned, oh, so this is actually how we're supposed to be wearing the hijab. And I started wearing the hijab the right way, but it was a journey. I started slowly. So I started incorporating like inner caps, started incorporating like fully covering myself. And then as much as, yes, I do wear, sometimes I won't be hypocrite, sometimes I would wear tight clothing. So I started like eliminating them slowly and wear like more of like a baggy size, so I'll size up. And that's how I got myself into the hijab. And something else was basically myself. So I know you're wondering, how did you even get to this point where you're questioning your whole reality, you know? Because there's a lot that we're told has to go this specific way, or you have to be employed. Who said I have to be employed? You know? Who said I can't make money without employment? So I had this fixed mindset. I used to think this world is supposed to go in this specific way. And if it's not that way, then it's not the right way. But like, no, people are being successful nowadays in so many areas. Like, someone is dancing and they're making money out of it. Someone is doing, like, there's so many ways of making it in life, you know? So going back to inner work, I was like asking myself all these questions. Okay, so Fatma, to you, what is the hijab, you know? What is the right hijab? According to what you've read in the Quran, what is the hijab? Not what you've been brought up knowing what the hijab is, okay? What is Islam? What means being a good Muslim, okay? What does it mean to you? So these questions are opening up my mind. Okay, let's say I'm a content creator here. What value do I bring to my page? When someone opens my page, what do they get from it, you know? Am I just creating content for creating content because I'm a creative? So I went back to myself and I was literally rediscovering who I am. Am I a good daughter? What is a good daughter to me? Not what I've always been told is right. So am I a good daughter to my parents? Am I a good siblings to my siblings? Am I too hard on our last one? Am I respectful to my parents? Am I a good student? What makes me a good student? Okay, what's the definition of a good student? So all these questions are things that I was just conditioned to, like I was given this way of life, and that's what I used to follow before I did the inner work. So after I did inner work, I was like, actually, I don't think I was that much of a good daughter. There are these habits that I used to do that, as much as my parents would not maybe mention it, but my parents would mention it. Maybe, like, there's some things that they didn't realize, but maybe they didn't do right. Maybe I was too hard on my younger siblings. When I think of my friendship, was I actually a good friend? Or did I think what I did was right, but it was not right? So I was literally questioning each and every part of my life. Am I a good employee? Am I actually adding value to my client? Do I actually utilize each and every hour when I go to work, or sometimes I'm just on my phone? Like, I ask myself all these questions, which is very important to get to know who you are. And that's why nowadays, even though something happens, I always like take a step back and I'm like, how did that make me feel? Am I mad at the person, or I'm just triggered that I don't have the boundaries that they have? Or have they actually stepped on my boundaries, you know? So it's always good to always go back to yourself. So what sparked all this up is last year I went through 2 very close friendship breakups, and they damaged me. I'll just be honest, like, that was the hardest time I think in my life, because with me, I value my support system a lot. Like, I would do anything for them. And it's funny that I didn't know a friendship breakup was that painful until I went through it. You know, I think I told you guys, I'm a fearful avoidant. So I always avoided like relationships. I'm 21, turning 22, but I've never dated. I've never been asked, "Oh, will you be my girlfriend?" and said yes, no. Like literally, I'm this two relationships. Either way, I think it's because of my religion, but apart from that, I was just scared of having an ex. I was scared of a breakup because they look painful. I've seen my friends go through breakups, and I'm like, I don't want that for myself. But anyway, I'm healed. Now I'm looking forward to whatever God blesses me with, because I realize that I can't control it. If it's supposed to come, it will come. I will go through the pain, I will heal it, it will move, and I also told myself that whatever others went through, it doesn't have to be what I'll go through, because I used to look at other people like during breakups and I'm like, they're damaged, I don't want to be that damaged. But like, that's their experience. Mine could be different, so I'm not going to hold back Allah's blessings to me because I'm scared. So anyway, I've held back relationships for that much because I was scared of the breakup, only for God to tell me, wait, you've never seen pain, you'll see the type of pain. So friendship breakups are something that you are never prepared for, especially like if you guys were really close. My friendships are not just surface level friendships. Like, I'm that friend who, like, I'm being for real. Like, I give my all. And, like, when it comes to my people, like, those are my whole heart. Like, wake me up at 3 a.m. and tell me, like, you need this, I'll be there. Like, I don't know. But I had to take a step back and I'm like, okay, Fatma, why do you sometimes give your all in this friendship? So I literally, after that friendship breakup, I asked myself, okay, so I can't change the person, whoever hurt me. It's okay, like I can't change them, but what about myself? What did I do wrong? Or when I'm thinking back, like, what could I change about that situation, Like, I literally sat down, analyzed, because I told you I had 2 very close friendship breakups. So I analyzed the whole situation and I was like, okay, what would you change about this, okay? What do you think you would do better next time? And why do you think you're offended by this? Like, I literally went back. It was not about the person, because I can't change the person. It was more about me. So what could I change about me so that in the future I can attract better friendships, and I can keep them. So it's not always it's not you who is the problem. Sometimes it could be them, but you're also not fully correct. So you can always find something in you that you can better for like the future. And I won't lie to you, it was so hard during the breakup to like think, maybe something positive will come out of it. Like during that time, you just feel like, Allah, like, why do I have to go through this? Like, it was really painful, But I think that's where I also discovered the whole idea of trusting in Allah's plan. Like now more than ever, let me tell you guys, I trust in Allah's plan. I will not stress about anything. Like anything that happens, I know this is Allah's decision. Because remember, nothing happens in this world without going back to Allah, and He makes the decision, so it happens. So if anything is happening to me, this is Allah's decision. He decided that this is going to happen to Fatma, and Allah loves me more than my parents love me, more than anyone in this world loves me. So if He thought, oh, Fatma, this has to happen to Fatma, obviously it has some good in it. Why should I stress? I will sit back and think, okay, in this situation, what can I learn from it? Or can I get out of the situation? And maybe if I get out of the situation, that lesson that I will get while trying to find my way out is going to help me even better in the future. Like I'll be a way better person. And I don't know, like things happen right now. I wish I could go back. I think I would actually go back and just tell those people, thank you for ending the friendship, or me. Okay, I had to let go of those friendships because they reached a point where I was losing myself, and I don't know why I had to get to that point. Again, and I don't know why I went back and asked myself, and I did get answers, and everyone should go and ask themselves. I won't tell you my answers. But you always have to go back to yourself and ask yourself, why did you hold on too much? Blah, 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 all those things. All that is part of inner work. So when I went back to myself, and then I didn't understand that all that was part of Allah's plan. But then now, when I thought back to it, I was like, I leave it all to Allah. If these friendships are good, they're going to come back to me. If they're not, then Allah will give me better. But I can't control it right now, you know? And it takes a lot to have that mindset. And right now, I apply that mindset to anything and everything. Like right now, Fatma cannot be stressed. You see me stressed about something. Maybe I'm just tired, I'm just triggered, but I'm not stressed about anything because literally I know everything is Allah's plan. Like everything is Allah's plan. Why stress? If it didn't happen the way I wanted, but it happened the way He wanted, and He always wants the best for me. Because always remember this, guys. Allah is literally God. God sees everything that happens in this world. God sees the unseen. Okay? So the fact that I don't know everything about these people I consider my friends, or this job that I was trying to apply to, or this thing I wanted to get, or these followers I'm working to get, or like you see, the subscribers, all this that I'm working for, Allah is seeing like a 360 of it. I'm just seeing from this small point of view. He's seeing from this point of view. So if He has seen from this point of view and He's decided, let me delay it first, or let me take it away from her this time, I will give it to her at a better time. Why should I worry? And even though I worry, can I change it? Think of it. Like, will I change it? So even, is it the way people say at the end of every year, oh, I was God's strongest soldier, oh, Sijui, at least I didn't die. Let me tell you, if you don't stop that victim mentality, my friend, each and every year is going to be the same. Like, I hate to break this out to you, but every year is going to be the same. Everyone goes through challenges. There's no one who has it the easy way. I personally went through the hardest and toughest times last year. Very few knew about it, but I didn't dwell on it. I didn't say everything happens to me. No, everything was happening for me to learn something from it. I did not dwell on all the bad things that happened. I learned from it and I moved. You won't determine your year by all the things that happen to you. You will determine by how you handle those things that happen to you. But keep on thinking. You every day something happens, you keep piling. You're like, oh, I broke my car last year. Oh, I did this, I did that. You're just adding problems into your life. Now, if you add them, how are you helping yourself? You just want to say you're the God's strongest soldier. You yourself, you want to be God's strongest soldier. Because if you could learn from the problem and move past it, would you be God's strongest soldier? Do you know how many things happened to me last year? But like, Alhamdulillah, God knew why He wanted. Like, I feel like if those things didn't happen, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I wouldn't be living the healthy life. I wouldn't be having healthy friendships. I wouldn't be having a healthy family. I wouldn't be a good Muslim. I wouldn't be wearing the hijab. Like, why should I be thinking about the bad things when they had good in it? Why should I just thought, even English has left the chat. But honestly, let's sip water. Let's talk, guys. Till when will you just keep on thinking you're the victim? You're the only one who goes through issues. Until when? When will we just stop and try find a way out? Because think of it, if something happens wrong and you don't go and try to find, like, if it's something you can find a way out and even pray for it and God will help you through it. But then if you dwell on it, just things keep on going wrong, how will you move? And that's why there's some people who keep adding other years as they come by. You turn 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. You meet 27-year-olds and all they do is just complain. One thing, by the way, that I stopped doing is complaining. If you find me complaining, please munichape. Just stop it. Okay, don't curse. I don't curse, guys. But if you find me compelling, and that's why if I'm going through something, I won't even, like, the first thing that I'll do is not call my friends. I'll sit down with myself and journal and ask myself, Fatma, what's going wrong? Why do you feel this way? What triggered you? What did you see? What did you hear? Is there a way out to this? Is it something in our control or out of our control? You know, I will ask myself those questions until I find answers. Then after, I can sit down with my friend. I'm like, oh, whether this was going on, but I sat down with myself, I found this. And if she had something better to add into it, and I'll benefit from it, yes. But anything that just happens, you rant. And then that friend of yours has the same two brain cells as you. They add in more salt. So they did this, they did that. Oh my goodness. Yes, I understand why you feel that way. It is very bad. Listen, first of all, you need friends who, when you call to rant, they can hit you with reality. They will listen to you, okay? They will acknowledge your emotions, but they will also tell you, by the way, what if it's supposed to be this way? What if we try to approach it in this manner? What if maybe it's not that bad, and if we do it this way, it's going to be better? You know, like people who hit you with reality. And right now, let me tell you, the type of friendships I have, Alhamdulillah. God knew why I needed to heal, and he brought those people. Because I've always prayed, like always tell Marilyn, she's literally a prayer to me. But I've always prayed to have such friendships. And God knew why he didn't give those friendships to me then, because I wasn't in the capacity to handle such friendships. You know, I myself would have just ruined that type of friendship. And that's why, even when it comes to like love relationships, like romantic relationships, I mean, I know, me, I'm delulu to a point that I know why God has delayed, let's say, me getting a partner. Maybe he wants me to graduate first. Maybe he wants me to grow this type of mate. Because trust me, if I was the whole toxic feminist then, and then he brought to me my soulmate, see, it would have just been fighting and I'll just waste that man. But maybe he literally wanted me to grow to who I am right now with this type of mentality. Like, I've grown to understand so many parts of myself. I know who I am. So you're not getting into a relationship where you don't even know your own standards. You're going there to find out your standards. Make it make sense. You want a relationship. Right now you're fighting. Hey, people are getting married, you are staying, they are single. You're like, the sons of Adam have disappointed me. But myself, I've not even sat down with myself. I myself have not sat down with myself and asked myself the questions, try to find out who I am. You're going to ask someone else, what is your favorite color? What is this and that? You want to know someone, you don't know yourself. Philip, you want to know someone, you do not know yourself. When you ask, why do you go to work? Why do you go to work? Why do you need that money? Have you ever asked yourself such questions? You know, you just do things, you wake up, do things, but why are you doing them? Why are you saving? If you don't save, why are you not saving? Think of it. Why are you going to school? Apart from your parents telling you you need to go to uni, why do you go to uni? Why do you wear that hijab? Apart from just being told you're Muslims wear the hijab, why do you wear that hijab? Why do you pray 5 times a day? Why do you say Allahu Akbar when you start your prayer? Allah is greater than everything else in this world. When you start that prayer, everything, you need to put all your problems away. Now you're with whoever is greater than everything else. Think of it, guys. Why do we do all what we do? And that is what inner work is. And let me tell you, once you learn who you are, it gets lonely because you don't entertain some type of energy. You're like, Like personally, if I've done something wrong, I will acknowledge it. I will find a way out and find a solution. But imagine talking to someone who cannot even acknowledge their problems. You're just talking to them, they're just ranting. They don't want to find solutions. Can you imagine how exhausting for someone who is healed that is? Think of it, guys. So before you rush to try and know others, have a whole big group of friends. Me right now, I have countable friends. I can count them with these 2 fingers. I can count them with that 2 fingers. Everyone needs inner work, guys. This is your sign. I'm sorry if I was harsh. I'm sorry if I was too direct. But everyone needs inner work. Go today, find a place. Ask yourself these questions. Like, you can group them in terms of myself, okay? What do you want to know about yourself? In terms of your family, what do you want to know about your family? About your friends, what do you want to know about your friendships? About work, what do you want to know about work? What else? Like, there are different aspects. What you eat. Why do you eat healthy? You know, if you do things without knowing why you do them, let me tell you, you will just not go anywhere. Why do you pray? Me nishakuuliza hiyo swali. Why do you pray? Why? Just because you are told. West of a sperm. West of an ovary. You're just in this world moving because people have told you this. And that's why, let me tell you, once you know who you are through inner work, people won't just move you the way they want to move you. Someone comes and tells you, oh my God, you have a big nose. What is wrong with my big nose? I personally, I look at my nose, I'm like, it's okay. It is tiny. What is the issue of that tiny nose? If someone tells you, oh, your eyes are too tiny, don't they see? If right now I ask myself, what do your eyes do? They see. So if someone talks ill about them, and I know myself, my eyes see well, they can cry, what is the issue? So people who don't know themselves, those are the people who can be swayed like this. You're just moved by the wind. You and the flags, no difference. You and the flags, no difference. Because you don't know who you are. Today someone calls you ugly, you will think, am I ugly? But if you sat down with yourself, appreciated each and every feature, ask yourself, who created these standards? These standards don't agree. You live by your own terms. What do you consider right? What is right to you? Not what people tell you it's right. Because people will try bring their own insecurities, project their own insecurities to you. But if you don't know yourself, someone will be like, Fatma does not even know how to speak. Me, I know I can speak. You think I can't speak. That is your opinion. According to me, I can speak. So me, I'm okay with it regardless. And that's why I feel like once you know who you are, whatever people say doesn't faze you. Even though people start creating rumors, they don't faze you. Even though you hear someone blah, 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 gossip about you, it does not faze you. Right now, I'm telling you, for Fatma to get stressed, even though I hear you've gone and said blah, you blah, 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 whatever you wanna blah, 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 blah. Me, I'm okay. I'm here. I'm loved. I eat good. I pray 5 times a day. I wear my hijab. I'm a good servant of Allah. What else would I want? Why should I worry when I know that He is the best of planners? He makes the best decisions for me. Anyway, guys, I think I've ranted enough. I don't want this video to be too long, but someone had said, oh my God, I miss your sit downs, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, let me speak. Let me speak. Anyway, guys, excuse me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned something from it. And I hope you can share it to someone who is also able to learn something from it. Yeah. Anyway, bye. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the good stuff, and follow me on Instagram at Fatma Fuad. I love posting there. I love interacting with you guys. DM me. Let's get to know each other. This is a whole community. I'm not just there to look pretty. Anyway, I love you guys. Cheers.